If you're familiar with the world of comedy, then you definitely know the name Katt Williams. A stand-up comedian and actor celebrated for his electrifying energy and razor-sharp delivery, he's regarded as one of the most distinctive voices of his generation. Since breaking onto the scene in the late 90s, Katt has embraced a style that fuses storytelling, impressions, and harsh truths about reality, delivered with an energy that feels almost untouchable.
I'm gonna say something to you that sounds like a made it up, and it's really in the news. The FBI said they don't know who's was at the White House. What? What type of investigation did you do? We don't know whose it is. It was in Hunter Biden's room. It said Hunter's on the bag. What do you mean who's? It's crazy. Joe is doing the best he mother can. We done lowered the bar so low for Joe. As long as Joe don't fall, we be fine. Go on and get up them stairs, Joe. There you go.
Hey, look, that's a fact, bro. These people are going to protect their own. Talking about they don't know whose it is. But Katt Williams is going to call it out. And that's what we here for. You understand?
Oh, that's a boy.
But just as much as he's known for making people laugh, Katt has also become infamous for the chaos that seems to follow him everywhere he goes. From multiple arrests, live show roast sessions, and even viral fights, Katt Williams has spent years building a reputation not just as a comedic genius, but as someone who leaves behind a long trail of victims that span from his fellow comedians, rappers, and even professional athletes.
Like, do you think Shaq could be a stand-up comedian? Who do you think?
I think that Shaq and Russell Simmons should get out of comedy and stay in their lane. They don't see us making a league of professional basketball players under 6 foot. So what qualifies these dudes because they got $100 million to come over in comedy and do Shaq's All-Star? Get out of here, you bum.
At times, Katt has even hinted at the darker side of Hollywood.
I ain't know he said that, yo. Dang. I looked at it as like Shaq and them is like making giving a platform for up and coming comedians. You know what I'm saying? People who never had a chance. That's how I look at it.
Long before those conversations became public knowledge.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
It's your boy Luesta, and today we're gonna break down exactly why crossing Katt Williams might just be the worst mistake of your career. One person to learn this the hard way was the late great Wanda Smith, who got roasted so.
Hey, R.I.P. This sister had passed away. You know what I'm saying? When look, it still give me the shivers just watching them two go at it, bro. And it was like bro, that joint gave me the chills, bro. The way he did her.
Brutally that she not only lost her job, but the fallout even led to a gun being pulled out on the comedian. In the wake of her passing in October 2024, an old clip began resurfacing across social media. The infamous 2018 interview between Atlanta radio host and former comedian Wanda Smith and Katt Williams was started as Katt simply showing up to support his friend Red Grant and celebrate his Emmy win for Atlanta, quickly turned into one of the most diabolical roast sessions the internet has ever seen. But before things spiraled into insults, the conversation actually started on a very different note. The mood started off light, with the host asking.
But to be fair to Katt Williams, he was saying that he didn't even want to be there. He was like, he wasn't in the mood for none of that, you know what I'm saying? And he told him, like, don't ask me these type of questions, don't ask that, you know what I mean? But she still went on antagonizing the brother, and he just unleashed hell on her, bro. Check it out.
Katt what it takes to make a great comedy special, and Katt reminding them that he has already dropped 9 of his own, more than almost anyone in the game, which were also all financed by himself.
So you've done 9 filmed comedy stand-up specials?
Without ever getting financed or having a deal with anyone.
You did them by yourself?
Yes, I own them 100%. I have the top 2 comedy specials on Showtime, HBO, Comedy Central, and we just moved to Netflix.
I didn't know that.
Nobody does. They don't promote it or sell the items after they come out because I own them lock, stock, and barrel, and I don't have any Caucasian partners or people that invest. I'm 50. I've never had a bank loan or a car lease in my life.
Are you serious?
That's correct.
From there, the conversation shifted to Netflix deals.
That means you are the 100% truth. You ain't got no partners. You ain't got no financial backing. You 100% supply everything. Bro, you got some money.
with Kat breaking down why comedians like Monique were underpaid, while Hollywood propped up names like Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, and Gerard Carmichael, even though, in his words, nobody was really watching their specials.
Let you do your special, Gerard Carmichael, but nobody's gonna watch it. They're gonna let you be a star, Lil Rel, but you ugly. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be. But because we black, they say, oh, you don't even deserve that. So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to in Lenox Mall, let alone you making them movie stars. Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with them. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody. And they already ready to down Monique and up somebody who has showed them Girls Trip. Did you think she wrote Girls Trip, goofball?
And this is where things started to take a serious turn, because
I have heard Tiffany Haddish choking on stage, forgetting her, not loud about to say lyrics, forgetting her jokes. You know what I'm saying? Damn, what's in, oh my God, my bad. Kevin Hart went on to the Breakfast Club with Tiffany Haddish, you know, stepping up for her, was like, nah, Kat, you had the shot. Y'all remember that clip. But this is some truth what he's saying about Tiffany Haddish as well.
Once the talk shifted to Tiffany Haddish, Wanda started to push back. She didn't like how Kat dismissed her as someone who got lucky rather than someone who earned her spot in the game. But the real sparks came later when Kat turned his attention directly on Wanda, starting with a simple question where he asked how—
There you go, brace yourselves, y'all, I ain't gonna stop it no more.
Many kids she had.
How many kids you got, Wanda?
I have 3 boys.
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
From here, the tension began to escalate more and more, with each of Wanda's answers giving Kat more fuel to turn her into a laughingstock for the entire room.
What's your favorite thing to cook? Your boys,
They like for me to, I do a really nice broccoli. They like my broccoli and they love my baked chicken.
Hey, right now, look up your phone and see what it takes to make broccoli. And tell me, does it say heat up water? That's the only step in broccoli, heat up water. Simmer. Have you ever heard of burned broccoli? Can you burn broccoli? You can't burn it because it's made in a pot of water.
You don't know nothing about.
You know what her second meal they love from her? What I do with corn. I like to tear it out that can and I put it in there. And then I get a can of water and I put it on there. And then I...
But they start laughing first when she said, I do a good broccoli. She made it sound good, but all you do is got to put a little bit of water in the pot. That's it. She said, I do a good broccoli.
Get some Zatarain's. They don't expect that. I sprinkle Zatarain's on my
Great cook.
Aw.
Whatever.
Yes, ma'am. You good at heating stuff up.
As Wanda began to feel offended, she tried to get more personal. But little did she know this was the worst move to make against a comedian like Kat.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, ain't getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
That's right, true.
Tomorrow, be there.
This was the breaking point. To Kat, mentioning his kids and dragging his criminal past into the conversation was crossing the line. And instead of letting things end peacefully, she poked the bear again right before they were about to close out the show.
She didn't know how to handle it. Sometimes you gotta let people rock out, bro. And like, you gotta push your sensitivity to the side, like, and not even know. Listen, everybody don't mean harm, bro. It could be an eternal thing. When he was saying the broccoli stuff, that's friendly stuff. Like, you ain't had to do all this. She ain't know how to handle it.
Provoking Kat to let the entire clip fly.
Get on out of here with your crazy ass.
Is he crazy?
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural.
Come run one of your gnarled fingers. Run you on air so they can hear you live.
Come on. Come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry. Ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning? And make sure
They making it worse by laughing in the background, bruh. They making it worse.
And the headphones
take
come
off them
together.
old ass clothes you got on. How about that? Yeah, they're old.
Versace, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It
She
says
said,
Versace.
I want to apologize to the people at Versace Collection. This is your 2019 summer line that hasn't come out.
But you had to open it up and show us it was Versace. I want to just
No, I didn't
walk
have to
past
open
but
it
you
up.
did,
These
though.
people are on radio. They can't see anything.
By the end, fans felt like this was the very reason why he would go down as a legendary comic. Wanda got cooked. Red Grant laughing like a hyena in the background. KATT is hyper intelligent, eloquently straight talking, smooth operating artist businessman. He's one of a kind. But the embarrassment didn't stop there. As the clip resurfaced, people wondered why on earth he would go so hard on her, almost as if he came with a personal vendetta against her. But KATT stood by his decision to tear her apart, explaining that once Wanda brought up his family and then his criminal history, she
Bruh, he didn't come in there with no ill intentions. He didn't. She got in her feelings, bruh. That's what happened.
crossed the line that, in his mind, made her roast well-deserved. And considering that they specifically agreed to not discuss it before the show went live, it only made things worse.
It was the fact that before I go in there, she has a conversation about, okay, now, I just want to talk to you because you just won an Emmy for the city of Atlanta, and this is in Atlanta, and they just want to hear about the Emmy and hear from you and to thank you for what you did putting the city on.
Right, okay.
And we won't talk about your kids. We won't talk about jail, no cases. We ain't going to talk about none of that.
Right.
And immediately gets in there and goes the opposite way. You can't flip up on me because you're an inferior comedian. I'm going to destroy you, and I'm never going to call you out of your name. I'm never going to say anything disrespectful to people that look like you. It's a very thin line. I got a call.
While most people thought this was just another instance of a comedian simply being hilarious, Wanda was about to make it clear that she didn't think it was all that funny, as just a couple of days after the interview aired, an angry and embarrassed Wanda allegedly told her husband to come confront KATT outside of a comedy club, leading to an incident where someone reportedly pulled out a gun on KATT. And you can argue that for this reason alone, KATT felt no remorse.
You did a number on him. That's legendary.
No, you either believe in karma or you don't. Because I didn't even know any of the stuff that she had done to my fellow comedians until afterwards. I just know that it was a setup.
Right.
And remember, they tried to kill me this same weekend. Not in jokes, with a real gun in my real face on real camera. Understand I'm losing my life for participating in something that goes along with my job. Like, it's two comedians, what do you mean?
Not long after, Wanda was let go from her job at V103 Radio, making what essentially began as a lighthearted interview end up derailing her entire career. But it raises the question, why does KATT get so defensive whenever his jail record is brought up? The truth.
So this is the thing. Did she get her husband on him? And was she getting her husband on other comedians? Or he just seen the video was like, nah, I ain't going for this. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what she was doing to the previous comedians that he speak up.
Truth is, jail has always been a sore spot for him, because while KATT has left plenty of figurative victims in comedy, he's also left behind more than a few literal ones. For example, back in 2012, Katt Williams was arrested for allegedly smashing a bottle over another comic's head. Not long after, he was picked up again after he was accused of threatening to kill his own bodyguard. By 2016, the pattern hadn't slowed. He was arrested on a misdemeanor battery charge in Georgia after allegedly punching a pool supply store employee. And then, later that same year, things got even worse when Katt Williams got caught on video fighting a teenager, a fight that he allegedly threw the first punch in.
Yeah, he knew something. The way he threw KATT up in that jig, yeah, he knew something, bro. He knew some UFC stuff.
Nah, he hit me first, bro. That's what happened back up on me, little boy.
Still in 2016, Williams allegedly hurled a salt shaker at a restaurant manager in Atlanta, splitting the man's lip and landing yet another battery charge. And if that wasn't enough, during one of his own comedy shows, KATT stormed off the stage, walked straight into the crowd, and cracked an audience member over the head with his microphone.
Dang, he fierce with it. I ain't know he did that. I gotta go check this out.
Excuse me, mic check.
And finally, he was caught on camera slapping a Target employee before riding away in one of those little motorized shopping carts. It was
Oh no. When did this happen? I missed this. So he clocked somebody upside the head with the microphone and then got back on stage and say, mic check. Oh my Lord. Hey, KATT, I ain't know you was doing this. I ain't know you had this type of anger in you, man. I gotta go look this up.
bizarre moment that ended up in yet another arrest. All of these incidents painted KATT as reckless, unhinged, and impossible to control. For years, people wrote him off as nothing more than a punchline, but in 2024, everything changed. In an explosive sit-down with Shannon Sharpe, a conversation that has now been watched over 90 million times, KATT finally took off the gloves. He made it his mission to expose every liar who had crossed him in the industry.
And the reason I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
It seems to me, KATT, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform.
And when it comes to liars, there is one name that stood out more
Hey, to be continued, what's his name? Faison?
than most. If there's one thing KATT hates more than
I forgot his name. But yeah, we gonna react to that. Yeah, Faison Love. We gonna react to that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation with him, man. I don't think, me personally, when you go back to the footage, was that her who sent her husband out to Katt Williams? Was that her standing in the background? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what y'all think. But she should have just held her composure. She should have just kept it whatever he wanted, whatever she wanted him to talk about on that radio station. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he was there for. She shouldn't have went off into that other stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? If he talking about broccoli and all you do is got steamed broccoli, you a comedian. You ain't had to talk about no jail. And you could tell by her facial expression and her body movement that she ain't want to go toe-to-toe with KATT, man. She should have just, yeah, that was crazy. But R.I.P. to the sister, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Cash signing out. Going, y'all.